So here we go again. I have to go after CNN, and I have to go after John Kasich, because they spoke about the election and Bernie Sanders, and they managed to get absolutely everything dead wrong.
Bernie Sanders, he just posted a big fundraising number, $18.2 million raised in the first quarter. But here's how Washington Post columnist Dana Milbank put it in a column. The column was titled, "Bernie Sanders has emerged as the Trump of the left." And here's a bit of it, Governor. Meanwhile, Sanders himself remains untouchable in a Trumpian way. Claims of mistreatment by male staffers from women who worked on his 2016 campaign, yawn. His resistance to releasing his tax returns, whatever. The idea that Democrats need a unifying figure to lure disaffected Trump voters in key states, never mind. What do you think of that?
Bernie Sanders isn't going to be president. It's just not going to happen. And I'm not saying that, I just got to call him like I see him, Kate, and I don't see that. I think you're seeing a lot because he's too far to the left. He's just way out there, and that is not where people are. People, they don't like that left-wing ideology. They don't like a lot of right-wing ideology either. What we're seeing today is sort of an absence of really exciting new ideas. And that's where these candidates have to go. Now, you don't win an election just based on ideas and what your health care plan is, but it's your ability to communicate that people think that you get them, or that they believe that you get them and their problems. And underpinning that are the issues that sort of speak to that. Mm-hmm. Bernie, with his issues, Kate, he's just out of the mainstream. And that's the problem. And look, the Democrats are worried about this. And, the funny thing about it all is Nancy Pelosi is more and more becoming the moderating influence on that party, which is really fascinating to see. And Republicans are now giving her grudging respect. But I'm hearing Democrats now begin to say, we need to take back our agenda, and we are not defined by the new green, the new Green Deal. We're not defined by Medicare for all. And you're beginning to see their candidates kind of move away from it.
That is the laziest, most pervasive, and deeply wrong take in American politics today, and has been for decades now. Let me ask John Kasich something. If his philosophy was correct, that, Bernie's far left, what we need is somebody more in the center, who's like more moderate and stuff. If that was true, why didn't Hillary Clinton win? Hillary Clinton ran a deeply centrist/moderate campaign. She picked Tim Kaine for VP. Why didn't she win? I got another one for you. If he just swears, the left, they can't win. They can't win. Why is it Sherrod Brown won his re-election to be senator in Ohio, and he ran an unapologetically left campaign, and Joe Donnelly, the state over in Indiana, lost his re-election campaign, and he ran a right-wing campaign as a Democrat? Why is it? Why did that happen? Why'd that happen? You tell me. Why is it that we went from having 0 Justice Democrats to 7 Justice Democrats elected? Why is that? Why is it that Ro Khanna and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar are the 3 most recognizable congresspeople in the country right now, and they all happen to be Justice Democrats? Why is that? Why is that? Did AOC get the largest social media following because she's unpopular? Is that what happened? Did Bernie Sanders become the front runner on the Democratic side because he's unpopular? Is that what happened? Do people like Bernie not because of his policies, but because of his posture and his general sex appeal? Is that what it is? Let's go through some of his specific arguments. I like how he admits something at the end where I'm sure the Democrats who told this to him would be like, shh, you're not supposed to say that part out loud. But he said, hey, Democrats are now worried about this, that their party's going to be defined by the Green New Deal and Medicare for all. To which I say, good! It should be! That's good, that's a good thing. But yes, the old guard, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, even Barack Obama, they're the ones who are like, oh no, this isn't going to work well. Oh God, let's not go in the direction of policies that are actually popular. So he's admitting something there. Oh, Dems are worried about the left taking over the party. Good, they should be. And the establishment has lost repeatedly, and they've sucked. They made it so that Donald Trump won the goddamn election, and we're supposed to take them seriously? But this is... Kasich's left friends are all establishment left. So he's telling you what the establishment left thinks, and they're scared, and that's good. And he flat out said it. Bernie's not going to be president. Okay. We'll see. As of right now, he's the favorite. Let's just call it what it is. Does that mean he's going to win? No, we don't know. We have to wait and see. But he's convinced he's not, and he shouldn't be. There's no reason to be that convinced. And by the way, these are all the same people who thought Trump would never win, and Trump won. Shows you how good their predicting skills are. And then he flat out says it, hey, Bernie's too far to the left. He's not where the people are. He's, quote, out of the mainstream. To which my response is, you are factually dead wrong. You want to know why, John Kasich? Because you don't look at polling data, because you don't care about what regular people think. But when you look at polling data and you care about what regular people think, it's very clear that you're wrong and Bernie is right. The overwhelming majority of the American people agree with the overwhelming majority of Bernie Sanders' platform, which again is why he's so popular, because he's a populist left crusader fighting for the issues where the American people agree and what they want. Medicare for all, free college, living wage, end the wars, so on and so forth. Even the Green New Deal, which you're shitting on, they polled it not too long ago. It was like 80% approval rating or something insanely high. And finally, he says, well, it's the problem is the absence of new ideas, and we need new ideas. Now, what John Kasich means is new neoliberal centrist ideas. That's what he means. But of course, by definition, those are not new ideas because that's what's been running the country into the ditch for the past few decades. But the reality is Bernie's ideas actually are new in terms of being implemented at the national level. Because the last time we saw any ideas, any policies remotely resembling Bernie's was all the way back during FDR's time. So the Democratic Party went off the rails, became a pro-Wall Street party, pro-private health insurance industry party, pro-military industrial complex party. And then now Bernie's coming along and he's saying, well, no, we should go back to our roots and bring these new ideas into play that people haven't seen during most of our lifetimes. Throughout our lives, you watching this, chances are, unless you're from the silent generation, you have not lived in a country that has embraced social democratic ideas. We have the remnants, the echoes of it from back when FDR implemented some of it, but we've gone away from that dramatically. And it all started really in the 1980s when Reagan started taking a hatchet to the social safety net and slashing taxes for the rich and embracing deregulation. But Bernie's saying, no, we need to, these old ideas which have been dead, I'm now going to bring them back, and they're new ideas to us because we haven't lived in a country with Medicare for all. And so that's one of the reasons why it is exciting, because they are new ideas. We haven't seen them in our lifetimes, and they poll massively popular. So, but here's the point, guys. John Kasich is dead wrong about everything he's saying. Last time he ran for president, he got like -8 votes, and he thinks he could lecture people as to how to win elections. Bitch, you can't win your own election. What are you talking about? You got destroyed in the presidential election. Trump obliterated you. But the worst part is, and you didn't see the ending, when Kasich's done talking, the CNN host doesn't push back at all. You want to know why? Because that is the assumption of CNN. The assumption of CNN is the establishment is correct. And the establishment's opinion is, oh, well, you Democrats need to run to the center, and they need to be neoliberal, and they need to compromise with the crazy people on the far right, and they can't do social democratic ideas, which, by the way, social democratic ideas are internationally centrist and moderate. But he's stuck in this American context, this elitist establishment context, where social democratic ideas are viewed as far left, and the CNN goons don't know enough to correct it or don't care. And so he runs his mouth about Bernie's never going to get elected, and he's not where the people are. Even the polls show he's exactly where the people are. And does the CNN host go, hold on now, I got to push back on you, because according to the polling data, the American people are with Bernie when you go through the issues. She says nothing of the sort. She agrees with John Kasich, who's wrong about everything he's saying. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why this show exists and why you're watching it right now. Again, it's not because I'm good at what I do. It's because they're so bad at what they do. where all I got to do is do the bare minimum and tell you the truth, and then you go, oh, wow, that was refreshing. That was really nice. I like that. Let me go donate a couple bucks to Kyle on Patreon because this is something that I take value from, and now I know at least somebody's not saying obviously preposterous shit. So it is frustrating. I get just as mad as you do when I watch this stuff, and it's embarrassing. And CNN really needs to step their game up. If you want to be news people, do your fucking job. Fact check. Tell the truth. Here you have an establishment politician who's been deeply unpopular, and he gets on there and gets to run his mouth about his philosophy of politics. You don't even check him. Bernie's the front runner with an insanely high popularity rating. Issue for issue, the American people agree with him, and this idiot's like, oh, he's too far left. He's not where the people are. And CNN's like, shh. Oh, yeah, totally. That seems so reasonable. So I'm just annoyed, man. I'm annoyed with how off base they are. Because it's not even like they make little mistakes. Like, the entire framework of the discussion is fucking wrong. And doesn't bother them. They just fucking plow forward. It's so annoying. I can't take it. John Kasich, you're terrible. You're an embarrassment. CNN, you're terrible. You're an embarrassment.